Wallen had already picked a name for her baby boy. She'd already felt him kick. She'd seen his image on ultrasound. But when she was murdered in Montgomery County last year, prosecutors under Maryland law could only charge her accused killer with her murder, not baby Reed's. Bruce LaShan is in Annapolis, where her parents are lobbying legislators to change that law.
You go, girl.
Hugs and support for a grieving grandmother as she pushed a new law to provide some measure of justice for her murdered daughter and grandson.
It would mean that we honored Laura, and it would mean that we use the gifts that we have to make something positive out of a very, very tragic death.
Gwen Wallen is convinced Tyler Tessier murdered her daughter Laura, his on-again, off-again girlfriend, because the beloved Howard County schoolteacher was pregnant with their child.
I absolutely believe that. I believe that the baby became an inconvenience.
But under Maryland law, Tessier could only be charged with the mother's murder because her baby, whom she had already named Reed, was too young to survive outside the womb.
She loved elephants, and so his nursery was going to be elephants and fuzzy lambs.
The federal government and 38 other states allow prosecutors to bring a murder charge in the death of any unborn child, like the murder of Lacey Peterson and her baby Connor in 2002 in California. Maryland has held off, at least in part, because of fears that defining a fetus as a person could be a slippery slope toward banning abortion. But Laura and Reed's law explicitly protects medical procedures like abortion.
It is a woman's right to choose, and I have no problem with that. I'm pro-choice.
The Wallens know that sometimes it can take years to pass a law here, and so far this bill has 0 Democratic co-sponsors. But they say if they don't pass it this year, they will be back next year and the year after that until they get justice for Laura and Reed.
Thank you for being here.
In Annapolis, Bruce LaShan, WUSA 9.
Laura's mom, Gwen Wallen, is a nurse at the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, and she says she is lobbying for Laura and Reed's law in part because of studies that show pregnant women are particularly vulnerable to domestic violence. Tessier's trial is scheduled for April.